the major axis, A and C, and we know that our rule is half the major from the minor. Now we need to change or manipulate that equation to suit the question. So half the major from the minor gives you the focal points, but I have the focal points and I have the minor, I'm looking for the major. So what we'll do is, if we join the focal point and the minor together, that length should be the same as half the major. Good. So once I do that, it should give me half the major. So I'll draw that yellow line, measure with my compass, set that distance with my compass, and then swing it from the center point of my ellipse, giving me the 2 points on the major axis, which we can call A and C. Do we all understand that? That's your starting point. You must start from there. Once you do that, then you can use any technique you want. So you can use the concentric circle method, so you can use the Trammel method. For me, I'm going to use the Trammel method because it is the quickest, and I've already shown how I got the information for A and C. So with my spare piece of paper, scrap piece of paper, what am I going to do with this scrap piece of paper at the end of the question? Stick it to the page. So P2 is the major and P1 is half the minor. 1 must stay on the major and 2 must stay on the minor, and once we do that, we get our points all the way around on the ellipse. Now with your books, as well as this is revision, you might want to look up how we, as we said, the challenges that were set for this. One of them would be the tangent OT. Okay, tangent to a circle. So we might want to revise that in the books and find it and use it for our question to make sure we know we're doing it right. Okay, so there's my elliptical shape. All I have to do now is just join up the points with a constant curve, not go into any linear direction. Nice freehand sketch. Okay, so that's the ellipse done. And have I answered part 1 of the question? Yes, I have. Now part 2 is using the dimensions given, complete the drawing. Now just remember, this evidence of my ellipse must be kept and attached to the page. So I can always tape that on and make sure it's well secured. Somewhere on the page, can even be down here. My travel is secured. You get me? Everybody understand that? Okay. So I'm just going to take it off for now, but you would do that at the end of the question, making sure that your evidence is secured to the question. Okay. So now the next bit is I might just do the landing gear, or whatever you call it, the legs of the airplane. So we'll come down from D by 10 millimeters. From the focal point we'll come down. From the focal point we'll come down. All construction lines for now. Any heavy lines we'll put in details a little bit heavier. And then we draw this curve at a 10 millimeter radius. Same on this side. Okay, so that's the landing gear at the bottom done, and then I'm going to do the propellers at the top. So if we take this 35 millimeter line, continue it up to the central major axis. That measurement then is brought. So from B we'll go above it by 15 millimeters. We'll take that point back to here. Now that's the propeller done. Okay, and now for the tail of the helicopter. So I'm going to step out by 45 from this rounded area here. Draw my construction line. From B, come straight across. That gives me a center point for my circles. I've two sizes of circles, so I've radius 15 and radius 30. I'll come out radius 15, I'll come out radius 30. Draw both circles. And our propeller is vertical. One of the blades of the propeller is vertical. The other one is going to be at 30 degrees to horizontal. Which that manner there. And then 30 degrees in the opposite direction as well. Oops. I would give a rubber there. Thank you. Then the top line is tangential to the ellipse at point B, and the bottom point here, we know O is here and T is here. Okay, we don't know exactly where T is, but we know that this line is tangential in some way. So, to refresh our memories, let's go back here, because it's been a while since we've done this. Let's go back to our circles chapter in our book, page 50. How are we?
Dominic is here, no?
I think he's in Woodward.
In Woodward, in the Woodward room.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, sorry, 119 tangents. So, here we are here, guys, page 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is our revision. We've done this before, but if we can't remember, we can do it again. So here we have our circle, okay, and we point P outside the circle. For us, that point P is point O. Okay, so O and your circle, what you're trying to do is you're trying to find the tangent to that circle, the point of contact between the tangent, okay? And so, again, let's use page 1, 2, 3 as our revision. But what we'll do here to start off with is we join a line from the circle, which is the center of the circle here, to O. We'll then bisect that distance. So we've line O to the center of the object here. We'll bisect that distance. So set it to over halfway. Swing an arc above and below. Swing an arc above and below. Join them up. Now you'll see this bisection will just be in yellow just to identify it or highlight it. Okay. And we're then going to draw a semicircle using that midpoint. Oh, we can go the opposite direction. Sorry, we're meant to go the opposite direction. Okay, and where this semicircle hits our circle, which is there, we'll write in POC, point of contact, and then we'll join that back to O, giving us the exact tangency to point O. And then to make it stand out, in order to look at the drawing, lean on it heavier. And then if you wanted to, you could colour it in. I just have actually the window here to do, or the cockpit if you wish, to call it that. So we'll just go 30 millimeters. So I can set my compass to that. Now, we know that this is radius 30. We know that the circle has to touch there and has to touch there. So what we'll do is, this is point A and this is point B. We'll set our compass to the radii, which is 30. Swing an arc this way and swing an arc this way from B the same way. So where the two arcs cross, will give us the center point or the center location of my circle, so that when I swing my compass, it gives me the center of the arc. And I think that's everything done and complete. And if you wanted to colour it in or shade it in for a bit of practice, there's absolutely no harm in that. Okay, so there's the tail section. Is that okay? Everybody got that?